y'all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan. I'm actually at a spot that I haven't been since, I don't know, probably the beginning of last summer. It's a pretty far walk. You can actually walk, I don't know, a few miles, and I'm going to do the whole thing today, so I have the whole day to just, hit this place hard, so I'm going to go all the way to the end. I brought my UV light, I brought a little jar and a little spoon so I could pick up some black sand if I find any. So let's get down here and see what we got. Okay, so we are down here. It looks really nice. They actually lined this all with rocks recently. That's really cool, all the way to the bridge. So they put a little work into it. So where we're going is way down there. So let's get down there and see what we can find. So this is probably the lowest I've ever seen this water here. Usually it's all the way up to these big rocks. So it's definitely a different place when you're down here and the water's, 20 feet lower. But all right, let's find some stuff. So this is really cool. I don't know, I've been here a lot of times and I don't know that I've ever noticed this giant piece of gneiss. Look at this thing. It's huge and it's got really awesome patterning in it too. Tons of layers. Really cool. You can always check at all these spots too along the western shore of Lake Michigan. All these big pieces of limestone sometimes have fossils in them, but all right, let's go. Little finds here. First little Strummandaporoid. Maybe a churty one. Find a lot of those, but that's a nice sized one. And then just a nice little chunk of quartz. This is just in this first little patch here, so all right, let's find some more. Couple more cool little things. Another little Strummandaporoid, little yellow one. Nothing great to keep or anything, but. And then this little half and half, like green or yellow and black. I like the half and half. So if it was actually half and half, I might keep it, but it's still cool. Onward. So kind of right next to each other here. First little piece of fossil soup, kind of cool little patterns in it. Not super full, but cool. And then the first little piece of Favicites. You can see the little sides of the cells there, so cool, cool. Always fossils. Okay, so if you know where I am, all that way, this is a state natural area, so you can't collect anything inside the park. But once you get to the gap where the trees kind of stop right here, that's kind of the end of the park. So I like to go all the way to the other end of the gap, and then after that, it's pretty much free game for collecting because you're outside of the park boundaries. So I'll get up there, and then maybe we'll find some stuff we can keep. Okay, I just found these two right next to each other. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. So the first one is this guy right here. Kind of just a little cold water nodule. Look at that banding. And then look at that super micro banding right there. Awesome. Really nice cold water. And then this guy here, which is another just really weird one. Like, look at all those micro pockets, but it's like, I don't know, it feels like quartzite or something. It's just a weird matrix, but right next to each other they were, so that's awesome. So I might keep both of those actually. All right, let's keep going. to each other. This thing might just be a piece of slag. Just looks kind of cool with the blue and whatever. And then we got this guy, which has got that big Bronchopod. And then it's got a little bit of banding right there. And kind of a big, long white pocket all the way through it. So I might take that one to cut through it too, see what's inside. All right, onward. Big old Strummandaporoid, all yellow stained on the outside, all the way through though. Not a bad one. It's pretty flat too. I don't know, I'll have to think about that one. Onward. So I reached my end. It did get really windy out here, so I'm trying to do my best with sound. I'm just doing a lot of pictures. But I did reach my end. It goes to private beach right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk all this dry stuff all the way back. We'll see if we can find some more cool stuff. So I had to get this one wet to show you. Look at that chain coral. All the way through, and then you can see all the sides on that side. All the way through the whole thing. A really, really good one. So I might keep that one to slab, get some slabs out of it this way. We'll see. Onward. Figured I'd just show you. A lot of people come here for glass because it's a really good place for glass. And I've just been picking up the stuff I've just been randomly seeing. Because my eyes don't really see it that great, but I've just been picking it up. So what I'm going to do is just fill my pocket, and then if somebody's up at the front when I leave, I'll just give them a nice handful of glass. All right, let's go. bring this thing home and like polish it up just all the way around, so it's flat all the way around and the egg gets coming through. That'll be sweet. All right, let's find some more. Alright, last one before I'm out of here. Another nice little cold water pocket there. Pocket right there. All the way around. And all the way around that side. So really cool. So I did find a lot of cool stuff today. I did keep some things, so I'll get home, get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I am home. I got everything cleaned up. As you can see, I didn't keep that much. This is like the whole big pile of glass that I found, and I wasn't even really looking for it. Some blue, and then I did find a really cool pearlized piece of shell that I'm going to use for a little project. So then the stuff we got, so this I kept. It could just be a chert, but it's really light. So I thought maybe it could be like a petrified wood or something. I don't know, I'm probably just gonna shine it up and just see what it looks like after and then get some opinions. Just feels really light to me for being this big, so that's why I kept it. I thought it might be petrified wood. This one just was perfectly shaped like a moon or a bean, so I've never really found that, or a smiley face. So definitely had to keep that. Then on to the little cold water agate stuff. So I did keep this one. It's got all these white micro pockets kind of going through like the whole way. So this was one that I'm probably going to cut down the middle and see if that pocket gets nice in there. Then we'll go to this one, and this was the first little one that I found. This thing just has tons of little micro bands. Even in that pocket there are, but then it kind of goes all the way up to this side. Another nice little banded pocket right there, kind of all the way through. But I'll probably just leave this one just like this. Just looks really cool like that, so I'll get some good close-ups of that at the end. And then last but not least for the cold water is this bad boy. So this thing has got double, triple bands going all the way, and then it actually goes all the way through to the other side, right there and right there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this edge away so it's flat all the way around, so that big cold water pocket is just all the way around it, and then maybe you could even see through it. Oh yeah, you'll definitely be able to see through it. There, you can see right there. So that is sweet. That'll be a nice little, probably one of my better cold water agate finds ever. So then, the other three things I found, I actually found the best Yooper light I've ever found, and two other really good ones. So let me get the UV set up and I'll show you those. All right, let me get the light off and I'll show you my Yooper lights. All right, so first we got this guy. Just a nice little full one. A lot of big patches on it, so that was a really good one, nice and full. Then we got this one, same deal, just totally full, just a nice little pocket stone sized one, full throughout. And then we got this bad boy, which has got these lines all the way through it, big end, and then some more like lightning bolt lines through the other end. So definitely my coolest one I've ever found for sure. So that's really cool. I haven't checked any of this other stuff. This might have some reaction. Well, you can kind of see some mudstone or siltstone layers in there, but maybe some little something pocket right there. But yeah, definitely a win just for this one right here. This thing is so cool. So this thing will never change. It'll be just like this. I might try to polish it, maybe the entire thing, just to have a polished, really nice one. All right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.